They say in heaven, love comes first, so we'll make heaven a place on earth. Those are lyrics from Belinda.
Heaven is a place on earth.
Those are lyrics from Belinda Carlisle's song. But our next guest says that is really true. You can make heaven on earth.
That's right. He's a best-selling author, a Central New York native, and he's back here today. Welcome, David Essel, because you've got a new book, literally Heaven on Earth.
Heaven on Earth.
Yes.
How to experience heaven on earth. You guys are hilarious. You know?
Well, I have to be honest, when we were talking about this segment last week, I was like, all I keep thinking about is that song.
It's song. Yes, it's true. Because we were just singing it, but you can really do that.
Yeah.
You can really do it. You know, so many of us have this vision. Now, I've been with you guys so many times. It's great to see you both, first of all. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I come from this perspective as a counselor, as a master life coach, and as a minister, where we have taught people over the years that heaven is above us, you know, and maybe it's a big guy with a long beard or whoever you vision it, you know. But what we started to look at is could it actually be here, and we're missing a good portion of it. And we're not saying that heaven may not exist outside of this realm, but what we looked at in the book is that if it's here, how do we get people to slow down and to start experiencing it more? And in our belief system, it's here, baby. I mean, you know, in the book, we give a ton of different examples of how, you know, people will hit struggles and they'll say, well, what's the point of this? And then 2 or 3 or 4 years later, they go, oh my gosh. As a matter of fact, I have a great story from the foreword of the book. Dr. Pat Basili, who's been a friend of mine for 10 years, she's a big host out on the West Coast, Seattle area. I've been on her show, and I asked her to write the foreword to the book. And so she got the book, and she writes in the foreword, this book is unlike anything else David Essel has ever written. And she said, let me make a point. My mom committed suicide when I was a teenager. I went to the pits. I was homeless. I ended up selling hot dogs on the street to try to make money just to have food. And then I get a stepmom. And of course, you know, as a teenager, we're not happy to have a stepmom come in, because even though her mom was really struggling with alcohol and everything else, she wanted her mom.
Right. You always want,
You always want your mom, right? And as she writes the foreword to the book, she says, as I'm writing this foreword, something came to me that I never experienced before. My mom's passing opened the way for my stepmom to come in, who raised me with all things are possible. Sobriety is a gift. You can accomplish anything. The exact opposite of what my real mom. And she said, here I am 50 years later reading David's book, and I'd see that everything happened for a reason. And my experience with my stepmom was really heaven on earth.
Right, yeah.
And so we want people's minds to open, you know, like not to think of it as an esoteric way. But give me an example. When I see you guys and you see me and we're both smiling and laughing, if you want to slow down, we are experiencing heaven.
Okay.
It's the joy,
we're happy and
the love.
Now, when my son missed the bus this morning and I left and had to go get him and take him, that wasn't heaven on earth, and I didn't know how to make it heaven on earth. And I'm being dead serious. Like, now, when you're in situations like that, and I was very angry.
Okay, can I tell you how to turn it? You go back and go, oh my God, I get to see my son again.
You know what, David? You know what?
Isn't that awesome? I don't have to wait for my work to be over and his school to be done. I get to see him again.
That's a good one. Isn't that good?
Or here, wait, I'm going to expand on it. Or you could say, you know, I'm thankful, or this is heaven on earth because you get to leave and go take him to school and come back, right?
This job that I have.
And I'm not trying to but that's what you're getting at, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do I need to apologize when I go home?
To yourself first.
To myself.
Yeah, get it off of your back first, and then go back and say, hey, you know what? I was just teasing this morning. I couldn't wait to see you.
Okay.
I was so ecstatic that I got out of work to come and pick you up. Now,
I'm going to say that.
You know, like we can play, right? We can play, but the point is that what is heaven? Like when you guys think of heaven, what do you?
I think of clouds,
peace.
like
peace.
Yeah, well, you know, like pearly gate, like what, you know, the biblical sense. But then also you can do anything and be anything. Yeah,
you know, I'm going to do a little spoiler alert for our readers that want to pick up a copy of the book. Is that at the end, now the story starts out with a young monk who goes into a monastery to become one with God and to experience the bliss of life that he thinks is going to happen. But what he finds in the monastery is it's no different.
Okay.
It is there's chaos, there's drama, there's interpersonal.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life, you know.
We don't have enough time. Listen, but if you would like to get this book, you can do so. You can learn more about David Essel and visit davidessel.com. David, always, we could talk for hours.
We
can.